Y'all, we're going to go through this PowerPoint real quick. Then we'll go through your worksheet together, and then we'll be done. Make sure you're paying attention to me and not your phone. So what we did, oh, y'all can't see it. What we did yesterday was angle, side, angle. And then we kind of started angle, angle, side. But we didn't really get to all that. So angle, angle, side. Did I show y'all this one? I'm not sure.
You did show us this.
I might have shown you some pieces of them. So it's where you have two angles and then the side. Okay, not the side between them, but two angles like this one, and then you have the side over here, not between them. Okay, that's what I'm saying. If you know that, then you know that the two triangles are congruent. So, they tell us, let's see if they give us a picture. Maybe, yeah, there it is. All right, they want us to prove that the two triangles are congruent. We kind of had one like this on our sheet yesterday. So, first I would write, I don't know if they do this or not. Yeah. Okay, they give us the two angles. What else do they give us? They tell us that A and D are congruent. What else do they tell us? They tell us that B and E are congruent. Do y'all see that? And look at our picture. B and E are congruent. And what's the last thing they tell us? That two sides are congruent. Okay? Now, how can we prove something else? Do we know anything else? If I know two angles, what else do I know?
C is congruent. Angle C is congruent to F.
How do you know that? That is the third angle theorem. Do y'all remember that? If you have two angles already, then what else do you know? You know that the third angles are congruent. So you would say angle C is congruent to angle F by the third angle theorem. All right? Now, let me draw that and add that to our picture. So, I draw that. Do I know, using one of the things we already know, let's pretend we don't know angle, angle, side. But what did we learn yesterday? We learned that by angle, side, angle, the two triangles are congruent. Do I have angle, side, angle up here? Mm-hmm. Yes. See, I have an angle, a side, and an angle. So basically, we can say that the two triangles are congruent by angle, side, angle.
Is there such thing as an angle, angle, angle?
No, we talked about that yesterday. Those would be similar, not congruent. There's a difference. We're not to that. That's a few chapters away. Someone wrote that up here. Hold on. Oh my gosh, they wrote it and it's not going away. I did all that work. Okay, let's look at another proof. Okay, we just have a few little proofs to go over. They tell me angle M is congruent to angle K. And since they tell me that WM and RK are parallel, what does that even tell me? If I know lines are parallel, what do they want me to use? That's like a transversal. Alternate interior angles. Okay, that's the whole reason. So they tell me that those are parallel. So I don't know what angles they're going to pick, but let's see which ones. They say, okay, alternate interior angles are congruent. So they go ahead and pick this one and this one. Okay, does everybody understand that? Oh wait, let me mark it twice. Why do I need to mark it twice? Because I already have one that's marked once.
I think the following students to check out Ashton Allman, Scott McMullen, and Shay and Aston.
I guess so. I don't know.
I would ask her.
Go ask. She said Ashton already, so.
I do not need Ashton Hector.
All right. Does this make sense, y'all? When they tell you parallel lines, you need to automatically know that's alternate interior angles. So then they say, okay, these two angles are congruent because they're alternate interior angles. What else do I already know? They already kind of put it up here. But WR is congruent to itself. Why? Reflexive property. I know that that's congruent to itself because of reflexive property. So do I know that the two triangles are congruent? By what?
Angle, angle, side.
Angle, angle, side. Okay, so the two triangles are congruent by angle, angle, side. Do y'all see how it's kind of the same things over and over and over and over again? and y'all, on your test, it's going to be one of these problems, okay? It'll match actually one of them from your study guide. Usually I don't even change it. The proofs on your study guide are the same as the proofs on your test. All right, I just pick from it. So you'll know what to do. Okay, let's see if I have anything else. Let's just go over another one, okay? I don't know. Oh, let me go back. Y'all saw it, but let me go through it. So they give me that angle S is congruent to angle Q. So that is given, right? And they have it marked over there. They tell me that RP bisects angle SRQ. So I'm going to write that and that it's given. What does it mean if it bisects?
So,
It means it like splits into.
It cuts it into 2 equal parts, right?
Oh.
If it bisects it, it cuts it into 2 equal parts, which they already marked for us. So I'm going to say angle PRS is congruent to angle PRQ. Do y'all know why I have to write it with 3 letters and not just angle R? Do y'all understand why? Because there's multiple angle R's, so I can't call it angle R, okay? So I have to name it with 3 letters. And I know that because that's the definition of bisect. Okay? That means it's split it into equal parts. What else do I know? I actually know several more things, but I really only need one more thing. What else do I know? PR is what?
Reflexive.
Reflexive property. PR is actually congruent to itself by reflexive property. So let me mark that on there. So are the triangles congruent?
Yeah.
Yes, by what?
Angle.
Angle, side. So I would write this right here. Those triangles are congruent, and then I would name it angle, side. Okay? Does
So
that-
would you have to do that whole thing? Because like I saw that was like on the side. Do I have to write the whole proof?
It just depends. So if it asks for a proof, it does want you to write the little steps like this. Which you're talking, it's really given this thing, this like it's like 4 steps is all it is. Okay? But a lot of times there will be questions on your worksheet study guide or test, and it's just like, why are they congruent? And you would put angle, side. It just depends on, is it asking for a proof or is it asking for the reason? Okay? All right, y'all want to just look at your worksheet now?
yes.
Okay. So I'm thinking, I didn't really. Okay, we'll just go through the worksheet. So let me pull this up. But I'm going to give you your worksheet and you go through this with me. What's nice is they give us, like on this proof, the answer choices and stuff. So we have worksheet.
That's a real.
1, 2, 3. So many people not here.
Bug, what happened to the other one? Here, what happened to this one?
Okay.
What
I'll
happened
keep
to
theirs for next month. I meant for Monday. Okay. So on number 1, it just wants to know what's missing from our proof. Okay? So they give me a whole lot of information. AC bisects angle DAB. What does that mean? I'm going to go ahead and write. If it bisects it, it means that this angle is congruent to this angle. And y'all, if I were you, I would mark on my paper as I go through the proof so that I know what my information is. Okay? Then it tells me AC is congruent to itself because of reflexive property. So I'm marking that. AC is congruent to itself. Then what does it tell me? CA bisects DCB. So these 2 angles are congruent, right? By the definition of bisects. So now I'm at step 6.
So is
Why?
that, is that a vertical angle?
No, they're not vertical angles. It says this line right here, I'm going to draw it in blue. This line right here bisects both of those angles. If it bisects those angles, what does it do to those angles? Splits it into 2 equal parts. So that's why those angles
So
are
anytime
equal.
something gets bisected like this,
It's
it's always
cut
an
into,
angle.
it's cut into equal parts. Yep, that's what that means. That's the definition of bisects. Okay, it cuts it into 2 equal parts. So why are those two triangles congruent?
Angle, side angle.
Angle, side angle. That's what it was looking for. Now, if you didn't mark that on here, would you have known that? No. So read through your paper and figure out what's it saying is equal to each other. So you can mark it on there, and now you can tell, okay, the answer down there at this number 6 is angle, side angle. So that's D.
Oh, I didn't even see that under it.
Okay, does that make sense, y'all? But you need to mark on your paper what they're telling you in the proof. Okay, number 1's done. Moving along. All right, number 2 is just asking the reason. I know they use words like theorem or postulate, but it says, why are these two triangles congruent?
Side angle, side, side.
Yeah, it's side angle side. Here's a side that they've marked. They've already marked that for us, right? If that's 90 degrees, what's this one? It's 90 degrees.
That's an angle though.
It is an angle, but they have to add to 180. So if one of them's 90, what's the other one going to be? 90. Okay? And then what's the other side that I know? This one right here. It's congruent to itself. That's the same. So that's called side, angle, side. Okay? Does that make sense, y'all? I'm hoping you're going to start seeing these soon. Okay? Y'all, if I'm going too quick, if I need to back up and go over something, tell me. Yeah? Go back over one of those?
No, I'm good.
Okay, let me go back over. Sorry. Number 2 again. When you look at that, all right, what you need to see is, I know that those two sides are equal. Now we're looking for angles and sides that might be equal. Do you know that this side right here is in 2 different triangles? Do you see that? It's in the top triangle and it's in the bottom triangle. So that side is actually congruent to itself. It's in both of those, okay? Now I have a side, and I know that this is 90. What is this one gonna have to be? Because it has to add to 180. Oops, sorry. So this one's 90. Now, is this, and here's your answer choices, okay? Is it an angle, angle, side? Is it an angle, side, and an angle? Or is it a side with an angle and a side? It's side, angle, side, okay? So that's fine. Okay, number 3. All right. Now, again, they give us a lot of information. So what are you going to do to your triangle? You're going to draw on there. You're going to mark on there. Angle A is congruent to angle D. So I am marking that. Okay? Then what does it tell me?
See you now.
C is congruent to angle F. So I am marking that. So it says, all right, we're looking for a statement that doesn't show that they're equal. So let's see. They tell me BC and EF. So if I have that BC and EF are congruent, what is that called? Angle, angle, side. So it's not that one because that one definitely worked, right? Now let's go to the next one. It says B and E are congruent. Now Aston already asked this. If you know all the angles are congruent, does that tell us anything?
No.
We never learned angle, angle, angle. So it's B. Okay? Because C would have told us that these are congruent, and that's called what? Angle, side, angle, which is fine. Okay?
Is this our spelling out for this? That's just a worksheet.
This is just a worksheet we're doing together. All right, but anyway, our answer for that one was B. Do y'all want me to go over the last one? If this one would have been, it's B. It's B. Well, no, I'm talking about D. Like this one, we already found our answer. But D would have told us that those two sides were even, and that's angle, angle, side. So that one also works. So yes, our answer is definitely B. Okay? Do I need to go back over that one? All right.
Maddie Whittington to check out. Maddie Whittington.
Number 4, can you use side, angle, side, the angle, angle, side theorem, or both? So is there any other information real quick that I can do?
Vertical angles.
So vertical angles, and I'm pretty sure that's it. So do I know in this triangle over here, do I know side, angle, side?
No.
No. Do I know angle, angle, side? Angle, angle side. So it's just the angle, angle side. So that would be what answer?
B.
B.
I think she's counting.
Oh yeah, she was 5. She said there's like 5.
You're not doing very good at
Miss
your math
Scott, Miss
classes.
Scott probably counted how many of us there were.
Did she say
Oh,
5?
1, 2, 3,
Okay.
6
4,
of us.
5. There's
There's
6
six.
in our class.
In your class. That's why. Okay, I gotcha.
She said 5. That means.
I know, but I'm looking in here and I'm like, there's 10. But I get it now because I have a mixture. I have a mixture of students. Oh, y'all, real quick, let me. I sent out a remind because I have this is for the 10th grade only. I need to know what y'all are gonna want for Thanksgiving lunch and sign up for Thanksgiving lunch. So we need to do that on Monday. Today's a bad day to go over that.
Who
But
do we need to give money to for our Meet the Rebel thing?
me. So for the Meet the Rebels, I have the money. Well, I'm sending it with Lily.
Can I give you money right now?
You can, but here, give it. If you turn it into me, it gives your parent hours, and then I will give it to Lily's mom. Okay, so it's going to Lily's mom, but if you give it straight to Lily's mom, I don't write down your parent hours. All right. So make sure. So Colton, you have yours.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
This is for Meet the Rebels, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
You're doing the whole thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Because I do have change.
We did.
All right. Y'all don't forget that. And if y'all need to have a class meeting soon, let me know that too. Okay, anyway, back. Let's finish. Let's just get, how many of these on here? Okay. 4 more, I think. All right, what else do you need to know for angle, side, angle? So we got 2 different questions. Yeah.
Oh, no, the answer.
Oh, you know the answer. What? Well, let's see. I have an angle already. Do I know a side? Is it congruent to itself? This is congruent to itself, reflexive property. So what's the other angle that I need? I'll mark it in blue. This one. Does everybody understand that that's angle, side, angle?
Wait, why have you put angle there? Because
Oh, I need to do 2 of them. Because that's what's missing. I had an angle and I had a side. And what else did I need? It says I had an angle and a side. What else did I need? The angle. So that's why I marked that. So now let me look at my answer choices and see what angle is it. Is it angle ACD and angle CAB? Yes. Okay. This one, all right, and it also matches this one, and it also matches this one, okay? But now let me find my other problem. It says side angle side. So let's erase this. I know this side is congruent to itself, and then I have the angle next to it. So what's the other side that I need?
AD.
Yep,
BC.
AD and BC. So which one of those answer choices has AD and
B.
BC?
D.
B.
What's going on?
Didn't we have this one yesterday, y'all? Did we have? I thought we had one just like this yesterday.
Yeah, just like that.
Okay.
may I ask you?
All right. Are we ready for number 6 then?
Yes,
Okay.
we are.
B.
Yes, we are. Are some of y'all getting this already?
Yes.
If you are, that means y'all are understanding, and that's good. Okay, let me move that down.
This is my favorite lesson by far.
Is it? It's,
It's
Miss Amanda,
yeah.
how many pieces of paper does the school buy a year?
That's a good question. I
A
have no
lot.
idea. Okay,
Whole month.
let's move on.
Trees.
All right, it tells me a bunch of information, so what am I going to need to do? Write it on my triangle. Angle E is congruent to angle I. So I wrote that on there. Then what does it tell me? EG, I'm going to write this in green, is congruent to GI. What else do I know though?
Vertical.
Vertical angles, very good. So I know that this one is congruent to that one. It's kind of small, it's hard to write, but are we good with that? So I can say that the two triangles are congruent, but let's name them first.
It looks like a bat.
Okay. So she says, let's start with EFG. If I go EFG, what's my other triangle going to start with? If I went from E to F to G, you're right. It's IHG. And what's the reason? Angle, side, angle. So I know it's one of these, and it's A. Does everybody understand why it's not B? B, the letters are wrong. They're not written in the same order. Okay, that matters. Is that mine or somebody else's phone? Oh my gosh.
Oh, I know the answer. 7.
Do y'all know? Y'all already on number 7? Okay, and then we'll watch the news. We've got 7 and 8. Oh, if you know the answer, hold on. It says, are these triangles congruent?
Whoa.
They give you a lot of information, okay? Are they congruent?
Yes.
By what?
Angle, side, angle.
Angle.
There is no angle, angle, angle. But think of what you know. Very
You know
good.
that middle one.
Think of what you know.
Angle, side.
You know that that's congruent to itself. So it's angle, side, angle. So our answer is
I'm gonna say angle, angle, side. For somebody.
Oh, you also know it's congruent by angle, angle, side. Is that one listed though? You're right. It is angle, angle, side works. Does everybody see that? But that's not an option. But so you were right on that.
Okay.
So our other option is angle, side, angle. So that's one I'll have to pick. Okay? If both of them had been listed, I guess you could just pick either one.
I said both.
Or circle them both. That's good. But I'm not gonna try and trick you like that. It should just be one answer choice. Okay, the last thing says it's no proof. That it's nice. There's no proof. Is there enough information to prove angle, angle, side?
Yes.
They tell me,
No.
if no, right, not possible. If yes, right, the statement. They tell me that angle B is congruent to angle D, and I know that that's congruent to
Another
itself.
angle or
It's
side.
correct.
Flexible.
But
Flexible, or whatever it is.
It's what? How?
Because you said that the bisector always has the.
Okay, but does it say that it's a bisector? No. It doesn't say it bisects, and it doesn't say anything about parallel lines. So there's no alternate interior angles. So to me, there's what? There's not enough information. It's not possible to tell.
No.
Okay? Because I need some more information from that. All right?
It says right now possible.
So that one's not possible. Okay. And I'm going to take those up.
Wait,
Yes, question.
wait, what we get for 7? I don't remember.
It's number 7. That one was angle, side, angle.
So the information you would need to know is A and C.
I would need to know if there was an angle bisector. I would have needed to know if there were parallel lines, any of that.
Yay.
Okay, so I'm going to stop this.